Guys, we got a big boy thing in today. Oh. Hey, what's going on, people? Tech Jamo. Yes, as you can tell by the title, we're out here with the Creative Stage version 2 2.1 SoundBar, fam. Yeah, so you get one soundbar, you get one subwoofer. Now, before I go any further, can man just give a big shout out to the guys at Creative for hooking this up for review. Just a disclaimer, this is not a paid unboxing or review thing. They literally just came up to me and they were like, look, we got this soundbar and ting, you need a soundbar for your setup. Do you want to review it and show it to your people them at the same time? That's what man's gonna do. So without any further ado, let's go into the unboxing and see what this thing is about. All right, let's go. Okay, so that's what we're looking like inside so far. We got the soundbar on the top. Then it looks like we got the subwoofer on the right hand side here. We'll just take that out. Hey. Then it just looks like we got this box of cables and stuff, and that's it for the end of the box there. So we'll chuck this to the side. Look at that glossy piano black, fam. God damn. Got the logo there and everything. You know, this is looking sexy, fam. Bare cables over here, fam. A whole bag of cables. Right, got an Australian power adapter, which we're not gonna need. Got a UK power adapter, done know. Got a USB to USB-C cable here. And we've got a 3.5 to 3.5 millimeter headphone jack here as well. Then got this little remote, which looks kind of cool. Don't know, yeah, it looks quite nice. I think, oh, it takes batteries. Takes AAA, is that AAA? Takes AAA batteries there, so we're gonna have to get some of those. I don't think there's any included with this. Got some young instructions and that, don't know. And obviously, we got the big boy subwoofer itself with the little Creative logo on the top there. On the back, you got that little exhaust. And then you got the cabling at the back here as well. Got some little rubber feet here, covered in plastic, so stop it sliding around on surfaces kind of thing. So that's kind of cool. And that's about it for the subwoofer, not gonna lie. It kind of looks like a little Xbox Series X. Alright guys, so now that man's got all the things them unboxed, man's gonna get in there, untangle all the wires, and we're gonna get it set up in the studio, innit? When I say studio, I just mean this corner of my bedroom, but we're gonna call it studio for the purposes of this video. Catch you in a second. Alright guys, this is what man is saying. The setup is complete. So down here, obviously, we got the subwoofer doing its thing. That's just chilling. You can put that anywhere really, but if you put it on the floor, you get a nice proper grumble, innit? And as for the soundbar, we got that just sitting underneath my monitor. Now it looks a bit messy where it is, but I've just left it there so that you guys can see what the situation is. It doesn't really have any cable management system going on here, so the cables are just free to look bare messy. So it's not good for your OCD there, but you know, it's doing its thing. Got your optical input there and stuff, and then you got some more inputs there as well. I've got a USB-C in there, and I've got a 3.5 millimeter in there for if I want to connect it to my Nintendo Switch. And in this side, yeah, that's just the plug that connects this soundbar to the subwoofer, and this is the power port here. Now, what I'm going to do to make this be a little bit neater, since it doesn't come with its own cable management, is I'm going to just push it back. There we go. So it's nice and kind of stealthily underneath the monitor there. And yeah, it just makes the setup look a lot neater. The sound is massive. Massive. In fact, I'll say it like this. Any other speaker that you've already got in your yard, which is not a home theater speaker already, forget about them speakers there. This speaker is over them. Yeah, this speaker is so loud and it's got so much bass. It's my new Bluetooth speaker in the yard, to be honest, to play music on, because it's got the Bluetooth 5.0 there on deck. And I'm not even just talking music, guys. I'm talking playing video games, watching Netflix, playing PC games, Nintendo, YouTube. Anything that I threw at these speakers just sounded so full with sound, fam. And it's one of them ones where if you was having like a little house party, a little get together, a little something, this would fill up your garden, fam, like that. It's a bit overkill for your bedroom. It's a bit overkill for your front room, to be honest. This is like a big whole thing, you understand? One of my favorite features with it is that it has physical buttons, you understand? Not the touchscreen buttons thing, not the touch sensitive, touch capacitive, whatever the buttons are called. Not them buttons that you touch, yeah, and then the thing just stands there looking at you like, was I touched? Nah. Physical buttons with tactile feedback. So when you press the on button, you can feel it click on. When you press the volume up, volume down, or the Bluetooth connection button, you can feel the thing click. And that's what I'm like, that's what I'm trying to feel, fam. I'm not trying to feel no touch sensitive thing. We keep it old fashioned here. Now the on button also doubles up as a mode button. So even if you don't have the remote with you, you can switch up from USB mode to 3.5mm modes, HDMI mode, optical input modes, whatever mode I've forgotten modes. All the modes are there, fam, and they're easy to pick. Now, if you're a bad man and you're able to not lose your remote, you've also got another couple of options to choose from. Namely, surround sound and dialogue mode. Now the surround sound is a virtual surround sound, and you guys probably already know how I feel about virtual surround sound. Virtual surround sound is good, don't get me wrong, and the virtual surround sound implementation in this soundbar is sick because it makes a soundbar feel from this to this, yeah? It makes the thing sound a lot wider, however, it's only a lot wider in front of you. I don't think I have ever had a virtual surround sound give me the impression that physical speakers are being dotted around me like within a 5.1 or a 7.1 surround sound set. That's just me personally. I feel like virtual surround sound is a lot better when you have headphones on. Maybe it's just the proximity of the speaker to the ear. I don't know how it works, but virtual surround sound in headphones, yeah. Virtual surround sound in just front-facing soundbars, for me, it's a no. But it does sound a lot wider. It makes the sound feel a lot bigger than the speaker is. I don't know if you guys have ever tested out Bose speakers, but they come about this small sometimes. And if you close your eyes and you listen to the sound of these speakers, you'll think the speaker is this size, you understand? So that's what kind of effect I get with the virtual surround sound. As for the dialogue mode, I actually feel the dialogue mode. It's obviously just a little EQ trick, but it does that little EQ trick very well. It takes out all the bass and all the grumble out of people's voices so that you're just left with cool, crisp and clear voice quality. It's on job and it really does what it says on the button. So yeah, I can't even fault that. Next, you've obviously just got the bass and the treble slider, so you can turn those up individually. I think it goes from -5 to +5 and -5 to +5 on the bass and the treble at the same time. So yeah, that's all cool. Got a nice little bit of customization there. My only issue with the remote is that it's a remote and I'm jobless. So I will probably lose it, and if I lose the remote, I lose all the access to those features because there's nowhere to put surround sound on or dialogue mode on just using the buttons on the soundbar itself. Unfortunately, that's just not something you can do. So don't lose your remote or you lose some of the functionality of this whole soundbar kit. Now, things that I didn't really like, a lot of these are subjective to be honest. Like for example, the volume buttons on the soundbar, they go from 0 to 35 in volume, and 35 being the highest volume. I just feel that it's better for me when the volume goes from 0 to 100. Like, it just feels like you're cranking it up. You know when people say turn that up, and you're turning it up and it only goes to 35, and they're like, 35? You know, them ones there. Obviously, 35 is the highest, but it just feels like it's lower than a speaker that goes to 100, even if this speaker is hella louder than anything else in my household at this present time. Also the design, I get it, it's very plain, it's very stealth, and I do like it in some sense in that it kind of blends into my setup. It doesn't shout at no one, it doesn't do anything crazy like that. You just turn it on and people will be looking around to see where the sound is coming from because it's very stealthy. However, man like me is a gamer, yeah? Man like me is on the RGB thing, so I want to see lights coming out everywhere. But again, that's just me personally. I think they even do an RGB version. I'm not too sure. But you know, RGB makes everything better. Let's get the RGB on done now. But apart from that, guys, let me not gas you. For $99.99, getting a soundbar, a full range soundbar, and a subwoofer combo, yeah, which is gonna sound better and louder and with more bass than any other speaker in your yards, fam, that's a steal. And especially for PC, TV, Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox, anything you want to plug it into, it's got all the connections, fam. Like I said, optical, Bluetooth, HDMI, USB, all the inputs are there for you. But anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think about the thing. Shout out Creative for hooking man up, and I will catch you guys in the next one. And make sure you are subscriber and notification bell gang. All right.